Hello, Hachil. This is the first lesson on inequalities. The keywords we are going to use today are greater than, less than, sets notation, which we will go through later on in the next lesson, and inequalities. Okay, let's begin the lesson. Generally speaking, inequalities are just another time-saving device invented by mathematicians. They are very similar to equations. The difference is in equations, you will have only one answer. For example, at the end of equation, when you solve the equation, you end up with x being equal to a number. For example, x equal 4 or x equal 5. But in inequalities, when you solve it, you will have sets of answers. For example, you will have x greater than 4 or x less than 3. So that x greater than 4 could be x could be 5 or could be 6 or could be 7 and so on. So in inequalities, we have more than one answer, but in equation, we have only one answer. There are a few symbols that we use in inequalities. The first one is that one, means less than. Remember, we always read from left-hand side. So something less than something else. So this symbol is less than. This one has got a little line, so it's going to be something that we write here is going to be less than or equal to whatever comes after it. Next one, again, we start to read from left. Something is greater than whatever comes in this place. And finally, we got something is greater than or equal, that little line means equal, to whatever comes after this. And we have the set notation that we write like this. So we say sets of x such that, and then whatever, x is greater than 4, x is less than 3, or whatever. So that's how we read it. But don't worry at this stage now, because I'm going to talk about this part later on. And one thing that can help you to remember is that those signs, just think of it as a crocodile always eats the bigger food. Okay, all right. Reading inequalities. So, for example, this one, 6 is less than 8. Or you could just write it in another way. 8 is bigger than 6. Both of them are saying the same thing. 6 is less than 8 or 8 is greater than 6. Okay, so this one, n is greater than 9. 4 is less than or equal to n. Okay, or you could say n is greater than or equal to 4. But usually we read from left. 4 is less than or equal to n. Or you could just, if you decide to read from right to left, you can say n is greater than or equal to 4. This one, so we read this part first. So we say n is greater than or equal to -2, and n is less than or equal to 1. Okay, that's how we read it. N is greater than or equal to -2, but less than or equal to -1. Okay, here there are some examples for you to try. Just write on a piece of paper how would you read those inequalities. Pause the video. Just quickly, just write it on a piece of paper. You don't need to take a picture of this part. And then once you are ready, we can go through the answers. Okay. Right, okay, let's quickly go through the answers. The first one, n is greater than 0 but less than 3, and so on. You can pause the video to check your answers. Okay, let's move on. We are going to use those symbols on the number line and show the sets of the answers on a number line. So if you imagine of these circles being your x, this one shows that this is your x. That little line means it could be equal, so we color it in. So this area is all your x. So x is greater than this one, is x is less than or equal. This one, x is greater than, not equal, because the circle is not colored in. And last one, x is less than. Okay, don't worry about it too much, because I'm going to show you an example how it works. Okay, let's see. We have a number line and we have an inequality. We want to show that on a number line, that inequality. So x is equal or less than 1. So we put a circle on 1 here. And remember, because it's equal, we color it in. Okay, and then the x is greater than. So this area here is greater than 1. This area here is less than 1. But we don't want less than 1. We want x to be greater than 1. So we want this side of the circle, not the other side. Next one. Okay, x is bigger than 4. Okay, x is greater, is not equal. So we draw a circle in 4, and we want those x's which are greater than 4. Which side of the line is greater than 4? That side. So that's how we do it. Okay, your turn now. On a piece of paper, show me your answers for x equal or less than 1. Okay, pause the video, have a go. Right, hopefully everybody got the answer for the first one, like that. Pause the video, have a go for the second one. Okay, so hopefully everybody got that x is less than 4. So less than 4 means 3, 2, 1, and so on. Right. Okay. There is another one. We got two numbers that we have to draw the circle on the number line. We have in this example, we have -5 and 5. So we draw a circle on -5 and we draw a circle in 5. Both of them have got the equal line, so we have to color in both of the circles, and then we connect them like that. Next one, next example. Okay, so n is between -1 and 4. So we draw a circle in -1 and we draw a circle in 4. But be careful, the 4 one, the n could be equal to 4, so we color in 4, but n cannot be equal to -1, so we leave this one uncolored. Like this. Okay, here is 2 examples for you to try. The first one, pause the video and have a go. Okay, hopefully everybody got that. Remember, it's not equal to either of them, so we leave them empty. Next one. Okay, let's see. That's how it should be done. Okay, and finally, what's left is to do the reverse of what we were doing. So if I want to write an inequality for these sets of numbers, so how we write it, we can use any letter. So in this case, I'm just going to use n. So n, the 2 key numbers we're going to have in our equality are 0 and 5, both of them are colored in, so we have to write 5 less than, sorry, n is greater than or equal to 0, but less than or equal to 5. Okay, in this question, the two key numbers are -5 and 4. So n is going to be between -5 and 4. Only one of them has got the equal sign. That little line. Okay, next one, your turn. Have a go. Pause the video and have a go for the next two. Write your answers, and then we go through that together. Okay, let's see. That's the first one. None of them is equal because both of them are not colored in. And next one, only 1 minus 5 is colored in. Right. Okay. Here are some questions for you to try. This is the only part you have to take a picture and post it on class chart. Okay, so for the first section, you have to show it on your number line, the range of your inequality, and for the second part you have to do the reverse of what you did for the first part. Remember, for your number line you don't have to write all the numbers, just write the key numbers. For example, in this one the key number is -3, so you can just put the -3. You don't need to bother about all the other numbers. Okay, have a good rest of the day.